Hello everybody, it's Bea from Bespoke Crafts and welcome to my channel. Well, this is day 3 of the Gummiapan advent calendar. I wasn't sure what to do. I'll show you the parts in the video in a second. What I will say is that my camera ran out of my card ran out of memory, so I didn't get the sentiment recorded. So this is a Gummiapan happy birthday, and I've done it in white and I've done it in a shadow in the same brown. I've used the green and the brown to matte and layer. Okay, so this is a male, for a male really. I'm quite pleased with the way it turned out. I also did some scarring using my scar buddy. So yeah, I'm going to do the voiceover in a second. So can I just say thank you so much for my subscribers, my new subscribers, especially. Thank you so much. My old subscribers, I do appreciate you. I really do. 341 today, so I am absolutely thrilled to bits. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to try. I'm not sure whether I'm going to get tomorrow's up. We've got plans for tomorrow and I think I might be too busy, but I shall do my utmost, but I can't promise anything. So you might get 2 on Saturday, 2 or 3 on Saturday. So if you're watching the intro and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It is free, it doesn't cost you a thing. It does help my channel. Our videos get pushed out to other members or non-members as well of YouTube, and it gives them a chance to see what I'm doing on my channel. So I'm going to do the voiceover and I will talk to you in a second. Alright, talk to you in a minute everybody. Hello everybody, I'm on the voiceover now. So yeah, these are the little dies that came with day 3. We have a little pan that embosses and cuts out. We have a little rabbit that's laid down, a feather and an egg. These are the colours that I'm going to be using. I have fast forwarded. I've slowed it down so that you can make a note on the colours if you want to follow the way I've done it. I'll just pause the video so you can make a note of them. But I have sped up through this. This card did take a long time to do, with all the colouring in that I've done with it. Even though I've cut the rabbits out, I'm not going to be using them for this card, so I'm not going to be showing you how I've coloured them in. I did do one in grey and one in brown. Because as usual I had no idea what I was going to do. I was a little bit stumped. So I'm going to play some music through. The music will go all the way through and I will speak over the music, so you'll be able to hear me properly when it comes to me talking to you. So I hope you've got a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or something a bit stronger or whatever you're drinking. Sit back, chill out and enjoy the video. I've cleaned my mylar with 70% alcohol. It's just so easy to keep clean. The colours that I'm using for these, I'm keeping them all in the same colour range, all the same. Obviously not families, but yeah. And what I'm going to do with the feathers, I'm going to layer up the centre bit of it, the quilly bit. So yeah, some of the colours you can't see individually that I'm using. You can't see the top numbers on them properly, but they're the colours that I'm using now. I'm using all of these colours for the feathers. So there. The colour that I'm using now, it's a very, very pale bluey grey, and you wouldn't think that you'd see much difference in it, but you can. I just wanted to have that little bit of a hint of blue in the feathers, and it really does leave this impression. You can tell it's there. You wouldn't think so, but you definitely can. So just doing the quill, which I shall cut out, just putting a couple of colours on it, even though it's a tiniest little piece of card. It just finishes off, really, I think anyway. It was a bit fussy, I have to admit. Nearly taking my fingers off. The scissors that I'm using are the Cutter-Bee scissors. They're good because they've got a really good sharp point, and the sharp right to the end of the point as well. So just pop in this on, and I'm going to do the next one exactly the same. You will notice as well, that was a bit of a bloop. I stopped recording and then started again, that I've now got the 3 feathers. I'd actually done one prior. I cut them out and colour them and see what they turn out like, and I decided to use it. I haven't put the colour in of all of the feathers because it just takes so long, and this video is long enough anyway. It's half an hour. So yeah, I'm just using these little dual marker pens just to add some little dots onto the eggs, just to give them a little bit more definition, a little bit more detail. And you'll see I have got 5 there. I had done 2 previously, but I'm just going to do them all because I've got no idea what I'm going to do, and also adding some extra detail onto the feathers as well. So now I'm going to be using the score buddy, and this is where you can get it from if you want to. And I've got it on twice on there. Oh, I shan't take it off. And I'm making squares, but I'm making the edges longer, so the lines longer, so the squares with an extra bit hanging off. It's just random. There's no thought behind it. I just wanted to do a little bit of pattern on it, but just using this technique rather than embossing or stenciling or anything like that. So well, this is embossing, but you know what I mean, using my scar buddy to do it. I like the effect of it as well, actually. You just have to be very, very careful that you get your lines right, and you can either use the debossed side or the embossed. And the debossed side is where you're pushing your bone folder down into the groove, and you'd have the dint showing where I want the raised area showing. And I didn't speed this bit up so that you could see exactly what I was doing. So I'm quite happy with the way that turned out. So now I'm going to add a little bit of extra, and I've decided to use the distressed mica. Again, these are the distressed mica stains, and the colour that I've used is, I thought I'd put it on there. Hang on, it's going to come up now. I've found it. Was Wicked Elixir. Yeah, I've got two, and the other one was Holly Branch, but the Wicked Elixir is a lot brighter colour. Just splattering over, and then when I want to control the splats a little bit more, I just use the edge of my paintbrush. So not wanting to waste this lovely product, so I just got another card panel and just wiped it up really. I'll leave that to dry. No, I'll do some spotting on it first, and then I'll just leave it to dry and use it at a later date. It just saves you wasting this product. So now I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with the feathers. I do want them together, so I'm going to glue them together first, and I'm using the glue is, sorry about the banging and knocking, it's still the Nouveau Deluxe Adhesive, and I've got about 1/8 of it left. This has lasted absolutely for ages. It was a 120ml bottle, which I decant into this needle top. So my feathers are together, and oops, stick it back. There you go, that'll get it. Reverse tweezers are amazing, aren't they? I've got a fair few pairs of these. They go missing, they go walking, I don't know where they go, but they do. So I was undecided of what colour to use. So I love this green. Although we've got blue in the on the feathers and what have you. One thing that I did do, and I should have left it longer, I didn't leave it long enough to dry properly before I started messing about with it. So the position of the feathers is now sorted out well, where the distressed stain is smudged, which you can see me rubbing my fingers. So note to self, dry it off first, and then I've got this Paper Mania craft card. So I want to put that in as well. So I was just undecided whether I was going to have, which colour I was going to have first. But I do love that green. Decisions. I still don't know whether I've made the right decision. What do you think? I really do like that green. So I'm just going to use this foam to stack it up. A little bit glue on the back gives you that little bit of wiggle room. Cover your mistakes. So this is my Gummiapan little pot, and I'm looking for my twigs. There you go, they're on the left hand side. I've just put them there. And these are all my tiny wee little dies. And also I've got these, I can barely see them from this angle. I got these little seabirds as well. They have, obviously these have got Gummiapan as well. And I've cut 2 of each of these, and I'm just stacking them up. They are so tiny, but they are really effective. They are good, as all Gummiapan products are. I get my Gummiapan dies and stamps and what have you from miserprint.co.uk. Matthew and Anne have the business. They're based up in Scotland, I think, but you can also get them from gummiapan.com, and they're in Sweden. So again, just using the same browns and just colouring in the twigs. I am going to use 2 colours of browns just to give that varied look on the colours. You do whatever you want. You could put a little bit of green in there as well, a little bit of moss on them. They are so fine and so delicate. And once I've done this, I shall do the little birds. Can you hear Coco snoring? She's under my feet. Well, not under my desk, by my feet. So that's that done. And this colour, I can't see it from here, but you should be able to see it. And I'm just putting a little bit, oh there you go, it's MG030 and the blender. So I'm just putting a little bit of colour on the wings and on the underside and on the tail. And then I'm just going to use a blender. Now this blender that I'm using now isn't a Ohuhu one. It's a Pro Marker. I got Pro Markers years and years ago, and when I changed them over, I gave them away. I did keep the majority of the blenders, so it just blends the colours down. So now I'm just going to look at how I'm going to be positioning the twigs, where they'll want them to fall. Not fall, be placed, you know what I mean. So this is the tapping of the fingers, thinking, what am I going to do? So I put the birds down, and what I'm thinking is, am I going to use these eggs? So I'll disappear in a minute and come back, which you obviously won't see, and we'll have the discussion with hubby. Should I or shouldn't I put the eggs on? And we're back with said eggs. And the decision was, put them on. He's very good. You know, when you're unsure about what you're going to do. So I am going to glue these together before I put them down, so I can get them in exactly the right position. I want them on themselves. So what I'm just going to let that glue do is now dry, and then I'm going to get a couple of dark pens and just go around the very edges, the inside edges where the eggs are overlapping each other, and just put a little shadow. Just checking the colours are right. And if they're not, I should just get a darker colour, which I do think I end up doing. Now, while I'm just doing this, I want to explain what I'm going to be doing in a second. Because these are stacked up in 3 different layers. So you've got the base layer that sits straight on the card. The next one is laid a little bit on it, so I need to put a back on that one to make it the same level. And the third layer needs 2 layers of card to make it level. So you'll see me now. That's on the bottom one. I'm going to put 1 piece on, 1 piece on the next one, and then another piece on the other one, so it lays completely flat at the back. Because if you think about the eggs, there are 3 eggs there, so each layer needs to make sure that you've got the relevant layers of card to make it flat at the back. So one's got no layers on, one's got 2 layers on, and one's got 3 layers on. I hope that made sense. So I cut my mat in layers. I can't remember the sizes. The size of the card the panel was 5 1/4, and then the others are very slightly larger, just so I get a little bit of a colour showing behind them. And my card base is 5 7/8 by 5 7/8, and I'm using Collall glue to stick them down. Collall glue is really good because if you get any seepage from the outside, if you just leave it to dry a little bit, it just rubs off. And if you get those, you can either get a battery eraser foam, which is good, or just the rubber eraser. You know, the glue eraser, they are brilliant. They're only about a couple of pounds and they'll last you years. And once you're using them, you find they get a bit grubby, but just snip the grubby bits off. So this is a Ohuhu white gel pen that I'm using. These are brilliant. I've tried others, and these are the best in my opinion by far. They don't dry out at all. I just keep the nibs on them. They've got a little bit of silicone in the nibs just to keep the ink, to prevent the ink from drying out. They're brilliant. I don't know whether the others have or not. I always use jelly rolls, but these are my go-to. If you find that they are running down, stop working, just run them over your finger if you're not allergic, just make sure that you're not. And I just run it over my finger and it just starts the ink rolling again. So unfortunately you are not going to see the sentiment because the memory card was full and the camera just turns off. There's no beeps or anything like that. But sometimes I'm so in the zone of what I'm doing, I'm not noticing it anyway. So the finished card is at the end. Thank you for watching, everybody. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a lovely evening. It is now 6:30 and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye.